So this is part 2 of the chicken broth that we made where we cooked the 2 chickens. We're gonna make some sour cream and chicken enchiladas. So I've already shredded my chicken off the bone. This is white and dark meat. If you have a preference and you just want to do chicken breast, that's fine. I personally like the flavor of the whole chicken, so that's why I use that. I have some shredded Mexican cheese here. So really what this is some Colby Jack, sharp cheddar, that kind of stuff. Some fresh white corn tortillas, and 2 cups of Tex-Mex sour cream. Tex-Mex sour cream, all it is it has some chili powder in it that gives it that color with the sour cream and some chilies, okay? So we're gonna dump, it's the equivalent of 2 cups of sour cream into our whole chicken. And I'm just gonna put the equivalent of about a cup of this cheese in here as well.
And again, guys, as we say in all the videos, she's made it a million times, so she knows how to do her measurements.
Yeah, it really is about a cup of the cheese in there.
It really is.
So in here, and you can use any brand you like. I mean, I'm pretty cheap, so I use store brand. But you can use any brand that you like. This is just a mild taco seasoning. The reason why I use it because it has everything that we need in it. And I'm gonna, whoops, dump that in as well. And we're gonna mix all this together really well. So you really want the sour cream to incorporate with the chicken and the cheese and all that yummy seasoning. So we got our baking dish here, and we're gonna do this in 2 parts. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the actual enchilada part, and then I'm gonna make the sauce, because I really kind of want this to settle, and then pour the sauce into it. This is not the conventional way of doing it. Again, my videos are about what works best for me and my family, and I've made this a million times and it works. So this is, again, the white corn tortilla. I'm going to put the equivalent of about 1/3 of a cup in here. And spread it in the middle and fold like this. And then lay it down. And we're gonna keep doing that and probably assemble a couple layers in here. Okay, now we're gonna make the enchilada sauce. I've already taken the tortillas and stuffed them with our chicken mixture, and they're just resting in the corner. And we're gonna talk a little bit about chilies and what we need to make this sauce. So in my Dutch oven here, that's gonna go on the stove, is a little bit of that chicken broth that we reserved from the soup that we made earlier. And to it, I'm gonna add these guajillo chilies. Now this is pretty fruity, very fragrant chilies, but look at it. It's kind of like leather. So we can't just throw that in, we gotta cook them. I'm actually gonna leave the stems on there because it'll be easier to remove it afterwards. So I'm gonna put all my chilies in here. You can get these at the specialty market. A lot of the grocery stores now carry it. But what we're doing is reconstituting the chilies. And then we're gonna add some flavor. I'm going to add a good teaspoon of salt to this. And then I'm gonna add a good teaspoon of ancho chili. Look at how, this is not your regular store-bought chili powder. This is actual ancho chili. Do you want to smell?
I think they want to smell too.
Smell-o-vision. So we're gonna put a good teaspoon of that in there. And then I'm gonna add to it one of my jumbo garlics.
Making its return.
Mm-hmm. And yes, we are gonna boil this, because when we're done, once I take the stems out, we're gonna liquefy this and cook it down for a little bit, and that's gonna be our actual sauce.
For the enchiladas, right?
Right.
Boom, there we go.
This is actual enchilada sauce. One more ingredient I'm gonna add after I've taken the stems out is cumin, but I'll wait to add that.
All right, and guys, just for a disclaimer, if you hear any dirt bike sounds, we have this annoying neighbor who he just thinks he's, you know, big man on campus over here with his motorbike. But it's all good. That's why they have it, man. You gotta have fun with it.
Okay, I'm only gonna add half of this onion. And this again is a Vidalia onion. Okay. And it's already smelling really fragrant with that chili powder and the ancho chilies in there. And we're gonna simmer this for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna take the skins off, the tops off, and then I'm gonna puree it in the blender and then cook it for another 5 minutes.
Good.
Okay, we've put some of the liquid in here with some of the chilies. It'll probably take about 2 batches to do all this. I've added about a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin and about a 1/2 cup of tomato sauce or juice, whichever one you prefer. If you want a lighter sauce, I just did tomato sauce, and it's just bland sauce, no salt, no nothing. And we're gonna blend this together. I left all the seeds and everything. Remember when I put it in there, I've taken the stalks out. Mainly because we don't mind the heat. Okay, I'm gonna put this in a bowl. And then I'm gonna do another batch. Okay, so we've cooked down our sauce a little bit. I mean, it's not really syrup, but it's like another soup. Our chilies have cooked. The fragrance that I'm getting is of the ancho chili, the guajillo chili. I mean, the garlic, everything just smells really awesome. So I'm just gonna ladle this over our wraps, and I put just 3 whole corn tortillas to kind of hold everything together on the top. And once I do this process, I'm gonna top with cheese. We're gonna put in a 350-degree oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. Look, you can see all the peppers and all the yumminess. We left the seeds in because we love the heat.
Absolutely. I mean, with you being from Trinidad and all, we'll just ignore that right there.
All right, we'll get this in the oven and we'll show you the finished product. Hi, we're back, and we've taken our enchiladas out of the oven. You can see what it looks like. I put a little bit of cilantro on there. You see the pretty crust with the cheese and the sauce. And we're gonna dig in. I have a plate ready to go. I've actually let it rest for about 20 minutes before we dig in so everything comes together. So let's see what it looks like.
The big reveal. So, Mom, what's your prediction? You think it's gonna be good?
I hope so.
Alright. Obviously, we had to let it rest for a little bit so it can kind of gel together, but it is enchiladas, guys, so there will be a little bit of a mess with the presentation.
It looks like it held together pretty good. So I have some more sauce here. You will end up with a little bit more than you need, and I'm just going to put a little bit of it on the plate.
Nice.
And I also have some sour cream. Remember that Southwestern sour cream I told you guys about? I'm going to add a little bit of that, dab of that on the top. And let's get into it. I'm going to let you taste it too, Junior.
Oh, you're going to let me taste it?
Mm-hmm. All right, I can just cut a little piece here. So I'm going to get a little bit extra sour cream and some of that chicken and some of that sauce.
All right, it's time for me to ask that question again. Describe the flavors going on in your mouth. Describe what is going on in your mouth.
It is unbelievable. I mean, Making a fresh sauce like that is just the way to go every time. And the chicken is just so tender. Everything came together perfectly. The flavor is awesome. That sour cream is awesome. I'll always get that.
So the southwestern sour cream put it over the top
For sure.
compared to like using regular sour cream.
Try it.
Okay.
That's really good.
It is really good. I'm trying not to make too many sounds. Like, because I don't want them to hear me chewing, but it's good.
Well, thank you again for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, view my video. Go slow if you're trying to make it. And just enjoy this recipe. It's another home-cooked meal that you can do with your family. Have a great night.